Good evening, fuckers. We are back with the next Train Simulator Classic request video, and this one is another request from LaserJet. I was going to try and say it, but LaserJetJordanScottCrawford. Yeah. And it is, well, it's back to his more sort of like usual requests than certainly compared to his last one. So we are on the Edinburgh to Glasgow route, and we're going to be doing the whole length of it. So this is the third time that this run's been done in these videos. Admittedly, the first time it was Glasgow to Edinburgh we did, but the last run, yeah, was Edinburgh to Glasgow, which we are doing here. It also had a stop at Falkirk High, which he's also requested for this one. And that last one was only done like 3 or 4 days ago, but because there have been quite a few of these videos coming along of late, it's already something like 10 or 11 videos ago. So at first I did say to him, you know, look, ask for it again in a couple of weeks, and you know, because it was too soon after having already done this route, you know, previously. And then I thought about it, and I thought, no, okay, let's do it now. I can change it up a bit, and you may have noticed I certainly have done. So as far as the train itself, it is the first appearance on these videos of the Class 170 DEMU. I think it's diesel electric. And we're in a 3-car train. So I don't mind the 170s actually. They're not like fantastic, but there's far worse out there. So yeah, I'm okay with doing that. And for the specifics, well, like I say, I've changed this up a bit. So we're in winter. This is only the second winter run we've done in all of these vids. So yes, winter, it's overcast, and it's 6 PM. Oh, no, it's not 6 PM. What time? It's 4 PM, 1600. So the light is not going to be good, and it's only getting worse. It's almost like a light the world request, but no, this was indeed yeah, me off the bat setting these specifics. So yeah, I've made this one rather tricky for myself, but oh well. At least it adds a bit of variety and a bit of spice. This is not going to be straightforward, I don't think. Anyway, that is the setup. Let's get it underway. Right, here we are. Now, before we take a look outside, let's make sure I've got everything set up. And really, all I've got to change is the lighting. So it's day running. Yep, that is it. We'll let passengers on and off. I'm pretty sure I did click that, but the door's not opening anyway. Okay. But yeah, here is our Class 70, 170. Yeah, there's a world of difference between a 70 and a 170. But yeah. So 3-car train at Edinburgh Waverley. So we are all set. Now, usually, if you've watched many of these vids, you'll know by now, I just sort of like put it straight into, you know, full throttle ASAP. But I suspect that with it being winter, I'm not going to get away with that this time. So, yeah, I'm going to have to drive this with a bit more care and attention. So Queen Street is 47.13 miles away of this set of 3 vids that I am doing. This is the longest of the routes by a fair bit. So, right, let's get us started. Now I'm pretty sure the 170 does have some form of wheel slip protection, but yeah, my sort of driving style in this game is probably going to have it working overtime. So yeah, the signal we are approaching is green. We are all good. There we go. But one thing that I do really like about the Class 170 compared to so many of the modern DEMUs and DEMUs, we've got a nice spacious cab. We are not all just crammed up into the side here, into the corner, thanks to there being a fucking great front door. No, there's no front doors here, so we've actually got some room and some light in the cab. But we don't have a cab light, which is not ideal, but there you go. So our one stop on the route, like I said at the start, will be Falkirk High. I think while we're in the tunnel here we can get away with full throttle. I'm not sure if we would be able to accelerate too well out in the open, because the rails are going to be rather slippery. But I dare say we will find out actually quite soon, because we're approaching a 90 mph zone. So we will be able to see just how fast or how good the acceleration is on tracks in this state. Okay, we're into the 90, let's see how we do. No wheel slip, so yeah, we're doing alright. Let's do our customary external shot with Murrayfield in the background there. Somewhere around here is where the train would turn off if it was going on to the Fife Circle line. Which we of course are not doing, we're going straight on. So about to enter a 100 mph zone. There we are. I don't think the 170 can do 100. It's probably not far off it though. I wouldn't be surprised if you can do sort of 90, 95. About to go shooting through Edinburgh Park. It's not the quietest of trains, the 170, but certainly when it comes to driving them in this game, that is a small price to pay. So we are, yeah, we're now at 98. Yeah, we are doing a lot better than I thought. I'm pretty sure that the 170s are no longer running in Scotland. I think they've now all been replaced with the 196. So there we are at 100. I think we need to yeah, I say, yeah, no matter what I throttle down to, we are losing speed as soon as we come off of yeah, 100%. As it is, we have a 90 mph zone coming up, so we are going to need to I'll throttle it down completely to 0. Hopefully we will lose enough speed from coasting. Actually, it doesn't look like we're going to lose anywhere near enough, so we will have to apply brakes at some point. We didn't have to brake too much though. Yeah, so we are starting to gain speed again. We have another reduction in speed down to 80 in about a mile and a quarter. And then in just over a mile and a half we are going back up to, or yeah, the max speed is going back up to 100, which yeah, I am quite happy to see. Okay, so we are now in the 100 zone. Let's get back up to that sort of speed. So Linlithgow station coming up, and then the speed drops down to 90 as we go, once we have passed through there. Take it down to 0 we will still need to brake a bit, but yeah, won't have to brake too much. There you go, so that's Linlithgow station, and we're now fine for this 90 mph zone. Right, as we've lost 5 mph, I think we can, well, once we have got our view of the viaduct, yeah, we can start throttling up. We're not going to be staying in the 100 zone for too long. 1.5 miles, it's back down to 90. We haven't even reached 90 mph yet. And we are about to start going up an uphill section. It's 1 in 250. In these conditions, this could really slow us down. It is slowing our acceleration, that is for sure. So we won't need to brake. So yeah, we're already fine for this 90 section. Pullman station coming up in about 1 mile. We're back on level ground again. So there is Pullman station. I have to say it's certainly nowhere near as dark as I thought it was going to be. It's not an issue. So right, this 100 section is quite short, so we'll just take it up to 95. I think our acceleration rate at the moment means we won't even be at 95 by the time we reach that zone. And Falkirk High station is coming up. braking pretty lightly. It is still a mile away. I think we need to brake a bit heavier than that. And braking through the tunnel will, I assume it will be improved while we're in there. So go down to mid-40s. I think the station is going to start as soon as we appear out of the tunnel. It was only a few days ago I last did this run and I already can't remember. So, here we are at Falkirk High. Advert there for the 380, I think that's for the Glasgow Airport rail link, which of course never got built. No guard signal. Oh, there we go. Right. It's just going to say no guard signal, and then it came along. So that's our one stop along the route done. So it's now straight on to Glasgow Queen Street. Now in these conditions the entrance to Glasgow Queen Street could be difficult because we are on quite a steep downhill section as we approach Queen Street itself. So we're already up to 90 mph. But I thought this train was going to struggle at you know, doing these sorts of speeds, and especially in these conditions. But no, it's managing it no problem. The instant I take it off full throttle, speed starts coming down. So there we are, we're at 100. So Croy Station coming up in a mile and a half. So yeah, that was Croy Station. Rather forgettable. Glasgow Queen Street is now less than 10 miles away. Lenzie station, again a mile and a half. It is starting to get darker. We have that sort of pink hue in the sky there. But here is Lenzie station, such as it is. Bishopbriggs is the next station, and we have speed reduction once we pass through there down to 85. We had a decent run there though at 100. So fine speed wise here as we go through Bishopbriggs. We will certainly need to be braking again pretty soon as we reach this 50 mph section. Brakes on this thing are seriously impressive, no doubt about that. So we now have this downward, the incline on the approach to Queen Street Station to deal with. And once we enter the 40 mph zone, then yeah, we will be on that rather steep descent. Okay, so we are into the 40 zone and we are now just about, yeah, we are now on the descent. 1 in 50. A 30 mph zone coming up. I think we'll be fine. So much so that I think we can reduce braking very, very slightly. So double yellow aspect here, as you would expect. To start braking a bit harder. We've got this 15 mph section fast coming up. So it should be a single yellow aspect. And indeed it is. Showing us that yeah, our route to platform 5 is pretty clear. Yeah. So we're off the descent. We're now on completely level ground. And here we are, Glasgow Queen Street station. and I'm pretty sure that was a completely clear run. No speeding, no errors at all. So yeah, very pleased with that one. So yeah, there we are, Edinburgh Waverley to Glasgow Queen Street in the winter. The light didn't fade quite as much as I thought it might. I'm not actually that fussed. So, and yeah, no operational errors whatsoever. Good run that. Great route. And yeah, I do like the 170s. They are properly decent DEMUs. So there we go. That is that one done, and I'm well pleased with how that went. So there we go. We will see you at the next one.